Hi, today I'm going to be telling you a small activity, more especially for women. Men, it also applies to men as well. And the topic is that how do you loosen your control? How do you let go to gain the control in the relationship? Normally, when what happens in a relationship, and especially with women, and let's not get offended, let's, admit this fact that, you know, as women, we all tend to advise. We are so good in advising, counseling. We are so good in giving suggestions. So anybody's saying anything to you, normally what happens, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? First thing that comes to your mind is, how can I help her? That's a very good intent. But then we end up giving advice, we end up providing solutions, right? And what happens in a husband wife relationship is, somewhere wife tends to feel that she knows just a little more than her husband. So she tends to advise him, whether it's, advice could be on the basis of, in terms of the money, advice could be the kind of relationship he should have, the husband should have with his parents. Advice could be the kind of relationship he should have with her parents. Advice could be on, upbringing of children. So as a wife, as a mother, you will definitely tend to give advice. And there comes a point in time when your husband thinks that, this is too much of an advice happening, and that's the time when he turns back. And is it really about advice that makes him to turn back? Maybe yes, maybe no. But what is happening each time you're pointing fingers, each time you're giving suggestions, even though not asked for, what is the bottom line that's happening? What is happening is that he is feeling a sense of control. Okay? And how does control feel like? Control feels like this: somebody holds you by your neck, that's how the control feels. So if you loosen your grip, the person breathes, right? But then if you start to, if you keep your hand like this, and the person knows that the moment he comes to you and you're going to hold him by the neck, not literally, but by way of, the way you are advising and talking and, giving suggestions. If the person knows that, if he comes to you, then he is going to be held by the neck, and that's the time he is going to run away from you. And this is what happens in most of the situations, because the husband tends to feel that he is in that process getting controlled. Okay? Now when that happens in a scenario where you reach a point where you're wanting to tell him something, that there is some aspect where you know better, you really want to tell him, and there has been many instances like this, you will do this activity. um, you will, you know with both hands. I'm doing it one hand because I have phone on one, on my left hand. So you're going to tighten your grip like this whenever you want to say something and things are going out of control and you really want to control that situation. What you're going to do is tighten your grip like this, tighten it even further, very very hard, make it very very hard, and hold on to this tight fist, you know again, tighten it hard, tighten as much as you can, put as much of strength as you can, and hold it for some time. Okay? And then loosen it and let go. Again, do the same activity when you really want to control something, when you feel like telling your husband that there are certain things he has done wrong. That is what you want to say, right? So just tighten, and again loosen it and let go. Now do this 3 times at least. Okay? And you will notice one thing. If you're watching this video right now, you could do it right now as well. The moment you are holding on and it is, very very tight, the fist gets very very tight. One, notice after you release it, notice what are you feeling in your palms. When you are tightening it, you will feel that, your palm starts to pain, your muscles will start to pain, and when you let go, you will realize that your palm will burn. It will give you a burning sensation. Now that is what happens in a relationship when you hold on to, when you want to control the situations. That is where it brings the pain, the hurt to your own self, and situation in any case is not going to come under your control by that way. So just as you loosen it, when you loosen your fist, what happens? Initially you feel the burning in your palm, but with time Little later, that burning disappears, right? Burning dissolves, right? Similarly, when you let go of that control in the situation, when you when you do not want to uh, have things exactly the way you want them to be, and have a little bit of a dilution in that, you will realize it will be one thing which wherein you will be experiencing lot of peace within you. Your husband is going to be experiencing lot of peace, and when you are persistent with this, wherein each time you want to control, you do this activity, your body will learn to let go of that control, and as soon as you let go of that control, that is the time you will see that your husband will not be running away from you. Coming close is a different matter, but then he will at least not be running away from you, right? So, do this activity. This is the fifth activity of control, and let me know how it works for you. It is very, very solid activity. I have done it with a lot of my clients, and it gives wonderful results. This is what you need to do. All right. In fact, when you are interacting with your children also, and you find you really are getting controlling, or you wish to get so much more controlling, this is what you will do, and it will make you realize how to let go. And the moment you let go, even with children, you will see how they start coming to you, and the interaction, the bonding then begins to develop. So let go of control using that first activity, and I'll be very curious to know what your experiences have been. Okay, so have a great weekend, great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time. Bye bye.